What are we gonna do tonight, O.C.G?
Well, the same thing we try to do every night, Bertram. Take over the world. I mean, YouTube. Take over YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, joined once again by my faithful manservant / buck-totem Bertram. Say hello, Bertram.
Hello, Bertram.
And this is my review for Resident Evil 5. So, dear viewer, Resident Evil 5 was released in 2009 and is the 5th main entry in Capcom's Resident Evil franchise. If you couldn't already guess that by the title. So, what is Resident Evil 5? Well, I am so glad you asked, dear viewer. This is once again a survival horror / action title in which you play as Chris Redfield, who comes to Africa and teams up with a new partner, Sheva, to take down a terrorist threat, a new virus that's turning people into lunatics, and deal with a villain from his past in the only way he knows how, by beating up boulders and shooting everything in sight. Now, I mentioned that you team up with a woman by the name of Sheva, whatever her surname is, and unlike a certain Ashley Graham from Resident Evil 4, Sheva is actually of some use to Chris. She shoots, she cleans, and she'll drop her panties without asking for payment.
Well, at least one of those things was correct.
Shut up, Bertram. Not 2 minutes into the game, we meet Sheva and see a group of gentlemen beating someone to death. But wisely, Chris does what I would do and just walks past.
Because ignorance is bliss?
No, because I am a coward. Now, as I already said, this game is apparently set in Africa. But that is a lie. I didn't see one lion, one zebra, not even a bloody antelope. I was looking forward to mingling with Simba, Timon, Pumbaa.
You watch too many Disney films, sir.
How dare you, Bertram? There is no such thing as too much Disney.
Don't you have a Beauty and the Beast movie?
Yes.
And, don't you have a Little Mermaid alarm clock?
Yes.
And, don't you masturbate to Disney erotica?
4 times a day, yes. What's your point?
Nothing.
Did you know, Bertram, that Resident Evil 5 was the inspiration for that famous song by Toto? You know, the one called Africa?
I don't think it was.
Actually, Bertram, I do believe it was.
But that song released in 1982. And Resident Evil 5 wasn't released until 2009.
What's your point, Bertram?
Nothing. Are you sure I'm the idiot in this duo?
Quite sure. Now, if you'll excuse me, Bertram, I have to put this fork into this toaster over here. While the toaster's still on, of course. So, gameplay. Like Resident Evil 4, This game's focus is once again more on the action than the horror. And that's not a bad thing. There's fun to be had as Chris Redfield, Action Man, blowing enemies away with a grenade launcher or shotgun, shooting a giant ogre from the back of a truck with a Gatling gun, and yes, beating up a boulder with our bare hands. Now, for the first time in the series, Chris Redfield was voiced by... I forget the chap's name, so I shall call him Sonic the Hedgehog.
Roger Craig Smith.
Thank you, Bertram. I didn't ask for you to interject, but thank you. So, Chris Redfield is voiced by Roger Craig Smith. And he would go on to voice Chris in Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil Revelations, though bizarrely not in Resident Evil 7 or Village. 'Tis a mystery.
Like the Zodiac Killer.
Precisely.
Or why our hand cream and tissues go missing every time you watch a Disney film.
Precisely. Though I enjoy the action and over-the-top shenanigans, like Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5 has the same problem of having enemies armed with bloody guns. Why can't they just attack me with blades of grass? That would be intimidating enough. It has the word blade in it.
It's also a sword in Terraria.
Shut up, Bertram. It is also a sword in Terraria. Resident Evil 5's final few chapters are tricky enough without worrying about some clown in combat attire ramming a grenade round up my backside. Or should I say, Chris's backside. But where Resident Evil 5 differs, and in my opinion improves upon Resident Evil 4, is that while Resident Evil 4 had little to do with the overall continuity of the other Resident Evil games, aside from having Leon, Ada, and a few subtle hints to Umbrella, Resident Evil 5 feels like a proper sequel. It features not only prominent characters like Chris, Jill, and Wesker, but also shows us the death of Umbrella's founder, Oswald E. Spencer. We also see the return of a familiar Resident Evil enemy, the Licker, which I understand is quite a hit with the ladies, if you catch my drift.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yes, Bertram, it is disgusting. Now, you notice that I just mentioned Wesker. And yes, he is the big bad of this game. And it's good to see Wesker in a climate that wearing sunglasses doesn't look utterly ridiculous. Speaking of sunglasses, the biggest mystery about Wesker is not how did he get superhuman powers, or how did he survive the events of the first Resident Evil, but rather, how much bloody gel does he use in his hair? He must get terrible dandruff.
What? That's what you'd like to know? What about where his sister has been all during this?
I was just getting to that, Bertram. Now, the highlight of most Resident Evil games is the boss fights. And in this regard, Resident Evil 5 does not disappoint. You'll face off against monsters with more appendages than a bloody hermaphrodite. Speaking of which, Bertram, can you tell me which Greek goddess had 6 breasts, 3 penises, and 16 vaginas? No? Hermaphrodite. You get it? You know, hermaphrodite.
And I, once again, thought that I was the idiot in this duo.
Shut up, Bertram. That joke was good. As is the boss fights in this game. So, in conclusion, Resident Evil 5 is a better time than making love to a prostitute upside down. And therefore, I am going to score it an 8 out of 10. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My review for Resident Evil 5. If you enjoyed this review of mine, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, well then, feel free to give me a thumbs down. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, bell button thingy. Feel free to share the video to everyone you know. But remember the single most important thing I always tell you, dear viewer, and that is to always stay obsessed with gaming. Say goodbye, Bertram.
Goodbye, Bertram!
Are you still here? Go away! I'm sure you've got something better to do with your time. No, seriously. Piss off! Be gone! Au revoir! Auf Wiedersehen! Bye! What in the hell is wrong with you? Go away! Vacate this space! Hit the cross at the top of the screen! The video is done! It's over! It's finito! It's caputo!